punch the sky, Spaceman Joe.
We could maybe get you an arm or something.
Dude, how many arms do you want?
8.
All right, we're gonna get you 8 arms, but
I want
before
a mactopus.
let's get you the mictopus, an 8-armed microphone situation.
Wait, a Nate-armed microphone?
Oh,
Right.
we're in uncharted territories.
We're off the edge of the map. Here be serpents.
Before we deal with how we spend the Werewolf Radar fortune to pump up the Werewolf Radar, let's talk about the paranormal news for Werewolf
Hello.
Radar's Paranormal News. I'm
Hi.
Roger, joined by
Hi.
Jordan
Uh,
and Nate. Nate's
Hit us
silent
with
for
them
right now.
headlines.
I like that as your new catchphrase.
Do it again.
Hit us with them headlines.
Hell yeah.
This headline is coming from the mirror.co.uk, and it's titled US Navy fighter pilot said he saw UFOs pretty much daily while on duty. Lieutenant Ryan Graves spoke out about the presence of UFOs in U.S. airspace and said he'd encounter something pretty much every time he set off with his squadron.
Wow.
The
every
Red
time.
Rippers.
Oh, well, I mean, yeah, if you're in the Red Rippers, obviously.
I mean, yeah. They've been specially tasked to defeat aliens invading the Earth.
That was
Yeah,
that was the squadron that Will Smith was part of in Independence Day,
exactly.
I believe.
Exactly. Yeah. If you're in the Red Rippers, you're asking for it. I know it's a controversial opinion, but look, that's what we're here for.
Controversy.
This
is written by John Bett, who's a features writer for The Mirror. Good for you.
Hey, Johnny Bet.
He's coming up in the world.
I remember when he was just a beat reporter, reporting on the most gruesome crimes of the city.
He was the slasher scout.
Yep. And he built it up. Now he's writing features about aliens. So a former U.S. Navy fighter pilot has spoken out about UFOs and said he saw them pretty much daily while he was on duty. As I said, Lieutenant Ryan spoke out and shared his experiences with the squadron VFA-11, also known as the Red Rippers.
The Red Rippers.
Saying that whenever they went up in the air, they'd come into contact with something unexpected. He said that there would be flashing lights, strange crafts, and other things he couldn't explain. And in the end, they were chalked up as UAPs, or another name for UFOs. That's weird. There's a U there, or. Anyway, Ryan said such occurrences happened pretty much daily after his experience when he was on a training mission off the coast of Virginia. The USA's Virginia.
Are they then maybe tasked to like hunt down UAPs? Like, is that like this is the you get the Rippers in the air whenever you see something you don't recognize on radar?
What you're saying is that
Rippers.
Lieutenant Greaves wasn't reading his briefings and was all like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "This was part of it."
I'm just wondering if the reason that he and his squad in particular were seeing things all the time
because they were
because that was
they were the
like
guys.
They were the ones that were sent up anytime.
Yeah.
Something weird.
If you see space invaders, you scramble the Rippers.
Yeah.
Oh, I think so, but I think he was. What I'm saying is,
because I mean, if it's
he was left out of the loop to where like I don't know what's happening here, and they're all like, Greaves, come on, catch up, buddy.
Come on now, you're in the Rippers.
You're in the Rippers. This is what we do.
Don't make me get Jesse in here. He'll fire you. Jesse and the Rippers, Full House. Anyway.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot the name of his band. What do you think?
Remember when we were playing? I think it was somewhere in Missouri. Was it in Columbus or something? Maybe. There was like a pool hall. Jesse and the Rippers was. They were playing that weekend.
Holy fuck! I did not remember
stage.
that. That's amazing.
Awesome. So back to the UFOs. Although Full House, awesome show.
Putting that on my CV for sure. Shared a stage with Jesse and the Rippers, technically.
So Ryan
several
said,
days apart, but still.
So Ryan said that some of the lights of the UAPs were almost as if the sun was shining a flashlight.
Whoa, what? Wait,
like a bright light and then a beam coming from the bright light.
Why would the sun, of all people? I understand. But yes, correctly roasted.
So he's seeing like a bright light and then a beam shooting from the bright light. Right. We were trying to figure out what the heck these things were. We were seeing them pretty much daily. We would go out there and they would be out there in the morning. They would be out there in the evening.
Wow.
These things were pretty much always out there.
Seems so commonplace.
They would go from 2 to 7 UFOs on a daily basis. They would see
on the reg. There's another one. There's another one.
Is wild. Maybe they're the same UFOs.
Well,
they're just hanging out
with a mustache on.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's the more. I don't know. We keep hearing stories that are just like this, where it's like alien, like aircraft pilot says, we saw them all the fucking time. They're everywhere. They're everywhere,
man.
And you got to be like, either this is happening or this is some like side effect of light ataxia from not having enough oxygen up there or something.
I mean,
but also they've been flying like this for a while, you know,
if
like
the whole squadron is seeing it, then
yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean, that's
fair. Good point. Corroborating evidence.
For those who want to know, and I didn't know this was a thing, nor do I know what this means. I'm going to Google it. Ryan was a Super Hornet pilot.
Super Hornet. No shit. They only give those to the hottest pilots.
It's a type of plane. It was the FA-18E Super Hornet.
Damn.
So perhaps it has something to do with that ship, like Jordan's saying. Like maybe it is like something to do with that ship specifically, or that model of how like the oxygen goes in. Because
it feels like even a reach, you know. I mean, Occam's razor, the simplest answer is that they were seeing a craft, right?
Well, as we know from the movie Top Gun 2, the Top Gunning, there's a scene in there where they're trying to do these maneuvers and you watch the camera go into their vision and they're like blacking out and redding out and shit from the G forces of piloting these supersonic jets. So perhaps it is something like that, to where like they're going through intense stuff in their bodies, and you know what? Maybe this batch of kids doesn't have what it takes not to see UFOs.
Yeah, like in the past when they knew how to keep their mouths shut.
Yeah, I like that there's Army, or I guess it would be like Air Force training to not see things.
Yeah, you zip it. In the event of seeing a UFO, follow protocol, zip it, mister.
Did you see a UFO? Sir, yes, sir. No, you did not. No, you did not.
I can handle the truth.
That's the news.
It's bleeding from his eyes.
Another Navy pilot bleeding from the eyes in his interview.
Covered in like a grid radiation burn. No, I swear, I didn't see shit.
Another pilot is coming forth and saying that they're seeing UFOs all the time. The Red Rippers see UFOs on a daily basis.
And the Red Rippers were fucking out there. They were the guys. You know? They were the guys you called. You scrambled the Rippers, baby.
Oh, but this guy's holding his microphone differently.
Well, he's in an airplane.
No, I just don't know. His microphone's different.
Yeah. Well, I think it depends on the mic.
This mystery later. Let's close this episode with some plugs. Always be plugging, Jordan says.
ABP.
And what we plug in, we're plugging our show. Please give a 5-star review wherever you can. It's really helps others find us.
Helps people find us, helps us get more
leave
stories.
a review if you feel like it.
When you do a 5-star review, it tells other people about us because people
or warns them about us.
Yes.
Or if you're out here watching us on YouTube, give us click that little thumbs up, give us a like and subscribe, huh?
Do that for us. That'd be really good. We're almost to 1,000 subscribers.
This shit's free as hell.
It's free
As
to
the kids
do.
say, smooth it, scribey.
Smooch describey. And if you can,
Describing.
and are able to, check out our Patreon at patreon.com/Werewolf Radar, where you can donate a small bit of your fortune and put it in the Werewolf Radar fortune. And we run the show, get better equipment, buy merchandise, and then sell merchandise. And what else do? We buy drugs.
Drugs that let us see the air blips, and guns that let us shoot the air blips. Don't worry, the guns are just sticks and crystals.
The ATF's all about us, and they're coming by on a daily basis, and we're friends with them.
Luckily, they exist in a parallel dimension. I got there. Falling down the stairs, Jesus. They exist in a parallel dimension, and our crystal sticks work on them.
Yes. So check that out, patreon.com/Werewolf Radar, where you can put money in our drug and gun fund. And now let's end with this sign-off line by one Dylan Gutierrez on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Suspect the voice. Person whomever.
Scramble the ripper.
Understand that, do you know that there's nothing really at the no aftermath? But if the porn stars reaching the end